One thing I love about texts is 99% of texts are open. And you guys know I am an email marketing girl at heart. I love sending emails. Hey, everyone. Welcome back to the podcast. I am so happy you are here with us today because today we are spending the entire episode talking about text marketing. Now, I think most of us could agree that we spend a good chunk of our day texting, right? We love getting texts directly to our phone. We can quickly respond on things. There are certain people that only text me. They never call me. It's only text, including some family members, and that's okay, right? But it's a great way to connect in with people and have short, quick, conversational messages. So when we think about the world of marketing and we think about the world of direct selling, text messaging is a perfect way to build relationships, but also build relationships and genuinely connect with people at scale. That's the part that I love most about text marketing is that you're able to reach a lot of people in a couple of quick messages or clicks that you're sending out. So if you're manually texting your customers or your leads right now, one by one by one, that's perfectly okay too. And when you're exhausted and your thumbs are tired from texting all of them, it's a great time to think about the scalability of doing everything manually. When you're sending one text, another text, that's exhausting, right? I love to work smarter, not harder. And one of the best ways to do that is with text marketing. So I love using Project Broadcast. That is a tool that we have been using for years and years and years in our business. I pulled some crazy stats the other day about how I've sent hundreds of thousands of text messages over Project Broadcast. We've built a large following in our text messages that we're sending out. And we're also really thrilled that we are partnering with Project Broadcast with Oh My Hi. So now when people are filling out forms over on our website, we can apply keywords and we can enter people into campaigns and send some automations through Project Broadcast. So let's just talk about texting for a minute here before we get into all the different use cases of how you can be leveraging texting in your business. So one thing I love about text is 99% of texts are open. And you guys know I am an email marketing girl at heart. I love sending emails. I've built my whole business based on building an email list, but I cannot say that I have an open rate of 99%. With text messages, you do, right? I do have some of those friends where I look at their phone and they have 193 unread messages and I have a mini heart attack. But for the most part, most people are opening and reading their text messages. Some people take a week to respond, some people ghost you, but at least they are seeing them because it's coming directly to them on their phone. Another reason why I love leaning into text is that it's not social media. Let's just be real. The algorithm kind of stinks sometimes. And we know that we're working hard on creating content and putting ourselves out there, but only a fraction of our people are seeing it, right? If organic reach on social is 1 to 3%, if emails that you're sending are getting a 30 to 40% open rate on a good day, I'm going to choose the 99% open rate over with text marketing, right? So there's lots and lots of reasons why we love text. And I also feel like I need a caveat here to say, I would not say that text replaces email. I think email, there's a place for it. Email is to build your brand. It's to stay in front of your people. It's to market your business. And again, own contact information so people can decide if they want to open it, if they want to click on your emails. If they don't, that's totally fine. But sometimes they pop into their email inbox and they search, who's that person I met at this event with this company? And we want them to find you. So emails are a great way to build a brand, a great way to stay in front of people, but you're not going to get a lot of replies over email. So if you've stepped into email marketing and you're kind of like, oh, I thought that like every email I sent people would respond to, that's probably not going to be the case. You're going to get more replies with text messages because it's more of a conversational platform. People are used to engaging in conversation with text versus they're used to opening and reading emails. So both work in tandem, and people are always like, well, should I do both? Yes, you should do both. You should. And it's okay if you send an email that has a little bit lengthier content, and then you send a text with the shorter version of the content. That's okay too. That totally works. So that's something to kind of think about a little bit is text and email definitely work hand in hand. Email's incredibly powerful. There's a lot of data around the value of having email subscribers, but it's a little bit of a slower grind. You're not going to always get immediate responses, but similar to text, email can also work in the background of your business in a very automated way, saving you a lot of time and energy, which ultimately we want to do when our business gets so big that we can't be scrappy all the time. We want to be working on expanding and automating, and that's really when you want to lean into email and text marketing. Okay, those are a couple of the reasons why I love text. Let's get into how we're going to use text marketing to build our business, how we're going to use text marketing to drive our sales, and how text marketing is going to help us build a relationship with our leads and clients. And I have so many different examples of what this looks like. I hear about these all the time in our students' businesses and even firsthand in our own business about how we are using them. But I would say a couple things to really, really kind of hone in on. When it comes to text marketing, you really want it to be permission-based. You don't want to send a message like you get from your favorite clothing store usually that just says like, everything's 40% off through Sunday. Shop now. Link. That's not our goal here. Our goal with text marketing is permission-based. Hey, we're having a great sale this weekend and I thought of you. Can I send the link over to take a peek? Okay, that's totally different, right? Then people are like, oh, well, yeah, I want the link. Or, hey, there's a special limited time coupon code that's available for just a couple days. Do you want me to send you that coupon code so you can add it at checkout? Yeah, send me the coupon code. Or, hey, I'm doing this event this weekend. I'd love to share some info about it. Do you want to check it out? Yes, I do. So text is conversational. So we want it to be conversational. We don't want to just be shouting at people or sending links out to people. We really want to open up conversations. And the way that this works is because you're using some text marketing platforms, right, that allows automation in your business. So you can write that text once. It could go to 200 people. Let's say even 30 of them respond. You can get in a back and forth conversation and you know that those are the 30 people to focus on. So this allows you to really narrow down and focus who you're talking to. Of course, our text messages need to be human sounding. We need to sound like real people because we are real people. So I love me some ChatGPT in my life. I love me some AI, but it's also really important that, you're using your own voice. And if you never use emojis, don't use emojis. Or if you end every sentence in an exclamation point, you just do that. You want to sound like yourself. It should not sound like a bot. It also should not be like 47 paragraphs long. Text is conversational. And I'm telling you, I get some texts from the direct sellers, and some are like, again, if they're longer than your screen, this is a great rule of thumb. If people have to keep scrolling and scrolling and scrolling to read your text, it is too long. It should be short and sweet, like all of our permission-based marketing, end in a question because that prompts a response and opens up a conversation. Okay, so here's some cool ways that you can use text marketing if you're not already doing it. So I'm expecting you to walk away from this episode with some really fun, really good ideas of how you can up your game when it comes to text marketing. Because I hear it all the time. People say, I got 1 million credits stored up, or, oh, I have text marketing with Project Broadcast, but I'm not really using it. Or, oh, I just added text marketing because I wanted to integrate with Oh My Hi, but I don't really know what to do with it. So this is your idea bank, okay? So take some notes. Get some ideas here on all the different ways that you can use text marketing in a way that feels really aligned and good in the way that you're connecting with your people. Okay, so number one is a weekly text club. So depending upon your product, you can come up with lots of really cool things here. So maybe you are working with a self-care brand, and maybe every week you send a self-care tip. It doesn't even have to be based on your product. Maybe you sell food or food accessories and you do a weekly or a monthly recipe club. By the way, I know a lot of you are already doing that. Maybe you sell jewelry or clothing or accessories and you have a pick of the week or a style tip of the week. You're featuring a certain product each week or a certain way to use a product every week. So those are just a couple of ideas for you. You could do a weekly wellness check-in. Tell me on a scale from 1 to 5, how did your week go? How are you feeling this week? Are you struggling with any of these things? Here's some tips around this or that. There are so many different ways you can engage with people. What I love about this is it's a weekly cup. If you want to make it monthly, you could do monthly too. But if it's weekly, it's like, okay, I got my text from Becky on Friday afternoon. She's checking in on me. Great. Or, oh, she gave me that recipe that I'm going to add to my grocery list this week. Or, oh, that was cool. I got this great style tip for that event that I'm headed to this weekend. So a weekly text is a great way to stay in front of your customers. You can let them opt into this. This is a great way to get their phone number, is to say, hey, I got a weekly style club. Do you want to join it? All I need is your phone number. Or, hey, I send out tips every week on ways to make mealtime easier. Can I add you to my club? Sure. What's your phone number, right? So this is a great way to get people in the door and begin nurturing them and staying in front of them. All right. The next idea for you, we actually covered in Party Like It's 2026. So if you're hanging out with me inside the Modern Direct Seller Academy, you're probably familiar with this because we went in depth on this strategy. And I hate to pick favorites, but I am hearing and seeing that this strategy is yielding some of the best results in the industry. So if you have not tried a text-only experience where people can party with you, but over text message, this is your nudge to try it. Now, the way that I'm seeing this work best, and I think our Pampered Chef friends and our Jordan Essential friends have really perfected this model. A couple other companies are slowly adopting it. But the idea here is bundling products together, sending a series of maybe 4 texts 2 days in a row. So 8 texts total of different bundles of products they might like, and then allowing people to either say hold that item for me, I would like it, or pass, I'm not interested in that bundle, bring on the next one. So you send these 8 text messages out asking people hold, pass, what do you want? And then at the end, once they've told you everything that they want, then you're going to go build them a cart or you're going to send them a link to those items to go and check out. This is fun because it's a quick 48-hour high energy and you're kind of bringing solutions right to them. You may need to carry these bundles. Your company may have some bundles already put together, but this is really fun for you to use your creativity and say, oh, these few things come together, these few things come together. That's going to increase your average order size and make it really easy for people to just say yes. So this is low key, easy, fun, no Facebook group required, straight to people's phones. It's not awkward. You don't have to do a live video. You don't have to show your face. You literally just need to schedule out 8 text messages and invite people to opt in. So don't just add it. Don't send it to everyone in your Project Broadcast account. You want to say, hey, I got this really fun 48-hour bundle event happening. We're getting ready for spring season. Do you want in on it? And then when they say, yes, I want in on it, then you're like, oh, perfect. Let me get you added. You apply a keyword. You send those messages just to those people with that keyword. So you're segmenting your list. You're not wasting your credit sending it to everyone. And people aren't getting spammed with text messages about something they're not interested in. So this is a great sales strategy. If you haven't tried it, here's your nudge. Go try it now. This is a great time. You can do it Galentine's Day to Valentine's Day. You could do it mid-month over President's Day weekend. You could do it at the end of the month. You pick your timing of it, but I would say 48 hours. Get your RSVPs in, get your people lined up, and then run it just for 2 days. If you want the specific wording on what to say and how it all works, definitely pop into Party Like It's 2026 inside the Academy because all of that is included and mapped out for you. Okay. Next up is a customer care sequence over text. Big fan of this one. This is something you should definitely have set up in your business. We all know how important customer care is, and so let's lean into it. So here's what we're doing. Once somebody places an order, you're giving them a tag in Project Broadcast, and you're adding them to a campaign. So this campaign, the first message is going to say, thank you so much for your order. I got it. Our warehouse is packing it up, and I can't wait for you to receive it. The next message is going to say something like, hey, your order shipped out. If you want to customize this one, you could add in a tracking number. Your order shipped today, should be there in a couple days. I'm gonna check in with you and make sure everything arrived. So we're setting that expectation. Third message that goes out is going to say, hey, did everything arrive as expected? Did you get what you needed? Do you have any questions about it? Then the next message is probably going to go out a couple weeks later, and it's going to say something along the lines of, I'd love to give you some ideas or tips on how to use things in your last order, or how are you loving your order, or tell me your favorite thing, or tell me what questions you have. But we want to open up that conversation again to get feedback from them on how they've used their products. This is also a great one that if they haven't opened their box or if they haven't used their products, you can slide in with a tip or an idea or a hack or a demo to help them start using their products, right? So a great customer care sequence for text messages over the course of a couple of weeks. Have that working in the background for you. So again, you can focus on the front end of your business. You can focus on responding to those text messages, not manually sending all of them out, or even worse, failing at customer follow-up. Because I think we've all been there before where we're like, oh man, I dropped the ball. Somebody ordered something and I forgot to even check in on it. This safety proofs you, so it's happening for you in the background. Okay, next idea for text messaging. I always think about texting as great because you're reaching people all over, right? You're texting people in different area codes, but if you know who your local customers are and you're doing any kind of local activity, an open house, a pop-up event, a local market, a meetup, or a networking event, let them know where you're gonna be. Let them come to you. Hey, I'm bringing my stash to this farmer's market on Saturday. If you stop by, I got a little something special for you. Let me know that you got my text. Or, hey, I'm going to be in your area. This is a great strategy I borrowed from somebody over at Tastefully Simple. I'm going to be in your area doing a drop-off. Do you need anything? I'd be happy to drop it by. Then all of a sudden they're like, well, yeah, I need to reorder this, or I need a little bit more of that. Great, perfect. Tell them where you're going to be. They can come grab it from you, or you can go drop it off with them. So think about where you're going to be locally. This is going to require you to segment your customers in Project Broadcast by local or non-local. So it might take a little bit of work to do this, but if you're connecting with people through a vendor event and you know that they're local, you can automatically give them that tag. If you have a customer list with addresses from your back office, you could sort it by zip code or city and give those people that tag. So lots of different ways that you can kind of play around with that. Okay, another way to use text messaging, those just-in-time sales. Most companies are dropping like a fun mid-month special. I love these. I think it's a great reason to kind of reach out to people and let them know what's new and exciting, even if they missed what happened at the start of the month. So this is a great one if you have a limited time offer, if you have a special promo, if you have a deal of the week, if you have a customer special for the month. You can send a quick message. And again, permission-based marketing here. Don't just say, here's a special, here's my link. We're saying, hey, I was just thinking of you. Our company just dropped this special deal, and I think that you could really benefit from it. Can I send you the scoop on it? Or do you want me to send the special over to you? Invite them into that conversation. Let them say yes before you assume that they want it, right? Okay, the next one came straight out of our social selling action plan from January, but we have created both a Google form and a form that can be imported into Oh My Hi for your customers to update their preferences. Now, this works really well at the start of the year, but I recognize we're in February. You can still do this if you haven't already. You can, say, hey, I'm just updating things over here. It doesn't need to be a New Year's thing, but ask them to fill out some information about themselves. Consider this a little mini survey where you can get information about them and know how to best serve them. I would deploy that survey via text message over Project Broadcast. So you're going to create the survey in a form, whether that's Google Forms or you create that over in Oh My Hi. You have your link to send out, and then you send a text out and you say, hey, I'm updating everyone's contact information and checking in with you here at the beginning of the year. If you take a couple minutes and fill it out, I'll enter you into a raffle. When they fill out that form, you're going to also be able to segment people. So are you local or non-local? Okay, we have that in our system now. Okay, we have your phone number from Project Broadcast. Now we have your email. We can add it to Oh My Hi or your email marketing system. You're interested in this topic. You want to be a part of my weekly recipe club or my weekly styling club? Perfect. We're getting our information there. So those are a lot of different ways that you can get information organized and in order sooner rather than later, and having your systems talk to each other. So again, that's going to save you time and allow you to reach more people. So asking people to fill out a quick survey is a great way to go. I also love a good poll. I love sending out a message in Project Broadcast where I just check in and say, hey, it's been a hot minute. I have this going on and I wanted to check in with you. Would you like more information and a coupon code? Are you good right now and don't need that much? No problem. Do you want just to be notified about deals or sales? I got you, like an A, B, C, D. And then you can get real fancy inside Project Broadcast when people respond with that keyword or with that letter. You could even initiate an auto response, or at that point, you can move into a one-to-one conversation. So you have lots of different kind of fun ways that you can play around with that. But a good poll is a great way to go in your text messages. Okay, couple more for you. I love a good birthday message. We all get a million birthday messages over on social media. Take it to the cell phone, right? Like send a personal message out. You can schedule this if you have their birthday inside of Project Broadcast. That could go out automatically. You could do anniversaries or other customer milestones as well. I also love a good just for fun kind of message. We always kind of have our marketing hat on and we're thinking about sales, right? But when we are able to do kind of a just for fun type of message, just like, hey, I'm thinking of you. Happy holidays. Love our family. Or hope you have a wonderful Galentine's Day, or happy Valentine's Day, whatever it might be. Just a quick thinking of you, hello type of message goes really far in that relationship building department. And you'll find that people actually respond to these or heart these more than just kind of your regular text messages that you're sending out. A couple more, a check-in text. If you haven't heard from somebody in a while and you know them personally, follow up with a direct message. Hey, I'm checking in. How are things going? Send that text out. So you have an opportunity to keep the conversation going if things have been a little bit quiet. Team building is another great one. So I love this one. If you are going viral or if you're sharing information about your business on social, take it to text messaging. You could have them fill out a form for more information, add their phone number, add the keyword in Project Broadcast, and you can get into a dialogue about the business opportunity. So if you're not using texting for sponsoring, enrolling, growing your team, this is a great one because usually people need that back and forth conversation before they're ready to say yes. So this is a great one to be like, even if you're a teeny bit curious about this, text me the keyword biz and let's chat. That's it. Oh, biz, you texted me biz? Okay, cool. Let's chat now, right? Okay, so just a couple last things as we're thinking about this too. I love that text creates conversation at scale. If you're not texting people or using a tool like Project Broadcast, highly recommend it. It's going to help you save time in your business, which is huge. Also, we need a place to send people, right? A lot of times we are having a text message conversation and we need to get them more information. So yes, you could send them to a one-off landing page. You could do that through PB. You could do that on Canva. You could do that in boards. You could do that in a lot of places. Or you could send them to your own custom branded website. And that is going to be really powerful for you to highlight some of your favorite products or get them more information. Texting short and conversational. You can't fit it all right there in the text. So we're going to need to send someone there, which Oh My High is a great solution for. And then on the flip side, I love that when people are coming to you through your website, you can get their information, get that phone number in a field and have that sync over to Project Broadcast. So Oh My High talks to Project Broadcast talks to Oh My High, and you have both the best of both worlds under one roof, right? You got your texting, you got your email, you got your CRM, your client relationship management system, and you have your website platform all in one spot. So keep in mind, you do need a Project Broadcast subscription to use it with Oh My High Plus. So it doesn't work on the starter plan because you need access to the CRM, but it is a great solution if you're trying to stop duct taping things together and having a system over here and a system over there, and you really want everything integrated. This is going to save you so much time and create such stronger relationships with your clients. So with that said, I love texting. I love email. I love website platforms. There are so many cool ways that you can leverage this in your business. You just got to get it set up. If it's been one of those things on your to-do list for a while that you're like, I got to set up that customer follow-up sequence, or I should really check in with my clients and send them a check-in message, or I should probably let them know about that deal or promotion, or I should work on growing my text list, or I should check in with people. This is your sign. Go and do it. Get it done this week. If you need help, support, come hang out with us inside the Academy or come into one of our live support sessions with Oh My High. Now that they're talking to Project Broadcast, like we got you. We got you covered. Let's get it done and make some big things happen this week. How about that? Let's get it done this week. All right, you guys, thank you for being here. I look forward to seeing you back for another episode real soon. Take care, everyone. This episode is sponsored by CinchShare. CinchShare is the #1 social media scheduler for direct sellers and loved by creators in any industry. It's truly your one-stop shop for all things social. Join hundreds of thousands of social sellers and entrepreneurs who turn to CinchShare for free social media training and resources. Get started today with your free 30-day trial at moderndirectseller.com/CinchShare.